Hey everyone, it's Aquila, and this is a Lefty and Nerd podcast, episode 87. Different location, weird shadows, don't know what's happening. I had to move my office, so I'm recording at my desk in another room, which this is temporary also, but yeah. Alright, so my name's Aquila, I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and I live with my husband, 3 cats, and 1 human child. My hair is always crazy. No regrets. Today is Monday, and it is October the 19th. So that means I got to work on my first stripe on my Advent sock calendar. I bought an Advent self-striping Halloween based on Edgar Allan Poe and his poems from Malia made it, and I'll put the links all down below, which you can find all the links to find me down below on Instagram and Ravelry and all the places. So I wanted to show you. So first, let me insert video of past Aquila, and we'll stop there. Hello from future Aquila. Past Aquila? Now I can't think of... Okay, I have to use my ring light because it's now 7 o'clock at night. I am in a different location because now my work desk is in our old living room. It is what it is. Okay, I wanted to pop in because, as the other Aquila just told you, I am doing my Halloween Advent socks, and I wanted to show you my plan, I guess, I don't know. I couldn't show you the yarn that I got from Malia Made It, and it's M-A-Y-E-D. It'll be linked down below. It's a self-striping Halloween yarn based on Edgar Allan Poe, and I have to start on the 19th, and today, while I'm recording, it is the 18th. So, I do not always like the look of self-striping cuffs, like the cuffs done in the self-striping yarn, so I decided to pull out some of my Patins Croy, and this is just called muslin. It's just white, and I am going to do my 2x2 rib. I've started it, and I will start the first stripe tomorrow, and I will record a little bit of it every day as I work each new stripe. Not sure if I'm going, like, they're all based on poems. I'd have to look at how long the poems are and decide if I wanted to, like, read the whole poem. It might be too much and make the video way too long, but maybe I will read just a portion of it from where I think her inspiration was from the color, for the color. Maybe I'll do that. Alright, so I'm going to send you back to the other Aquila, and yeah, but I wanted to show you that I have cast on for my cuff, so that's exciting. Beep, beep. Alright. Okay, I know I was awkward. I couldn't remember if it was past, if it was future, if it wasn't present, obviously. That's okay. I showed you guys that I cast on with the cream color, this nice neutrally color, and I did that because I don't think I explained it very well because I was kind of rushing. When you're doing like self-striping, and I don't have any examples, but I want to see it all in the knit stitch, not in ribbing. So that's why I decided I wanted to do the ribbing in a different color and use my really pretty Poe yarn for just the plain vanilla knitting. So the first color, day 1, is a dusty pink color. So sorry if you haven't opened yours yet. I'm sure you have, like if you bought this. And it's based on the poem Annabel Lee. It's a great poem, and I thought about reading all the poems, but I think you should just go look it up and read it. And you know, it's a love story, and you know, so dusty pink I feel like was a great colorway, and the fact that it wasn't like this bright vibrant pink, you know, Poe was a little dark and dramatic and, you know, doom and gloom, love story, doom and gloom stuff. So I bought this because he actually died here in Baltimore, so there's a lot of life things that have happened. He lived here for a while. I was reading a little bit about him on Wiki today just because I wanted a little bit of an update. And I read the poem this morning before I started knitting my stripe. And I really, really love it. So again, this is from Malia Made It, and it's M-A-Y-E-D, Made It. So you should check her out. And I am so happy. I have to be really careful because I'm almost at the next color. I don't want to hold up any of the yarn from down here. So there's that dusty pink, and I love it. Yeah, I'm really, really happy. The stripes are only around, let's see, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around 6 rows wide. So that's like perfect knitting. Now I know I won't finish a sock before the Halloween ends. I'll only finish one repeat of the color, but that's okay. And so I'm just really excited because it's like a really satisfying knit too, because I'm knitting that one color each day. So there's actually a restaurant here in Baltimore called the Annabelle Lee, and the food is so good. Like, if you ever come to Baltimore, I suggest you check it out. It's in, I guess it's considered kind of Canton area, if you know the area, if you know the city whatsoever. So food's really good. I don't know how they're operating with COVID. It's a very small restaurant. So if they are having anybody in there, I'm sure it's very limited seating and probably reservations ahead of time only because of that. So yeah, I'm so excited. So I'm going to have this week, I will have like at least 6 to 7 colors to show you. I'll probably record every day then if I'm having colors to show you every day. It might only be on the sock, but it'll be every day. All right, so I'll make this short and I'm going to sign off here. Our VPN is down for work, so I was like, I'll just record a couple minutes. And it really sucks because I have a lot of stuff to get done for work. Yeah. All right, until the next color, you should check out the poem Annabelle Lee. I will maybe try to put links down below for all the poems. I don't know. It's not really hard to Google it, I guess. I'm feeling silly. Okay, bye. Okay, really quickly, it is now October 20th. My family's on their way home, so it's going to be a short video. But day 2 of my Edgar Allan Poe Halloween Advent is Blood Red, and the name of this color is The Oval Portrait. It's from a short story. It was one of his first short stories, I think. Not quite sure. But it's about an artist who paints his wife and is so madly in love with the painting and not his wife that his wife slowly dies. And good story, good story. You know, a little horrific. He's loved that horror stuff. So here is the color. I don't want to show the next color, so I'm going to just lift up. There you go. There's the next color. I love this so much. Right now it doesn't look so much like Halloween socks, but it's not supposed to be a Halloween colorway, so it's based on what you would imagine from reading the stories or the poems, and I am totally on board with this. So I've been listening or reading the story or the poem every morning and having my coffee and or tea and knitting a stripe. So yay, day 2. Day 3, y'all, and it is October 21st. I am on my 3rd color, which the inspiration is The Murders in the Rue Morgue. I did not read this whole story, but I read the synopsis, I guess, on Wikipedia, and it talks about it's being one of the first murder mystery type short stories written, and they said that the guy that is like the detective, his character influenced possibly later detective characters that were used in stories. So I thought that was interesting. So long story short, they find tufts of hair where the women were murdered. Again, another reference with Poe about beautiful women being murdered. and they find these tufts of hair, and it come to find out the people that heard the murder couldn't understand the language of the second person, and they weren't sure what was going on, and in the end it was an orangutan, an angry orangutan. Kind of funny, kind of weird, kind of grotesque, I guess. I'm not quite sure, but he was aggressive. And so the colorway for day 3 is called Tawny Orange, which is, I believe, the reference for the orangutan. So I don't want to show any colors in the next. Is that focusing? I think it's trying to focus on stuff behind me. So there we go. The way the colors are like melding into one another, I really enjoy that too. So I have something else to show you guys. I have put a little bit more work on my Azazel Cowl, which is a pattern by Hayley, and she is from the WooliesPodcast, and she put this cowl out, and immediately I knew I wanted to work on it. Again, I am working on this as part of a cowl that is being, or a mail that's being hosted, the Stocking Stuffers mail by Lisa and Amie. So I'll have all the links down below. So it's a small item that you're knitting for someone that could fit in a stocking. So my 2 colors are this like gold mustard color and black. And I've gotten pretty far. I am now more than halfway through the chart, and yeah, so when I showed it to you guys last, I was at this stitch marker. I was only about 7 rows into the chart. Yeah, and it's going to repeat there, and it repeats around. I hope that's showing. This is going to definitely need a good blocking. I love it. I think it's turning out awesome. So I'm really excited about that. I've been working on this in between working on John's sweater. I'm on the ribbing, and I have to just get that ribbing done so I can get those arms picked up and worked on. Yeah. So there's what I have to show you for today. I might log in later and show you anything more. Sorry, you're seeing our like pretty much empty room. The recliner's like pushed back. We have these work lights because we've been painting, and it's getting darker now, quicker, and we need the lights to see what we're doing. All my plants that were in my dining room got moved in here. The record player and the records are just staying. They're too heavy to move. So yeah. My shirt kind of mimics a little bit with those lines. I think it's cool. It's a Doctor Who shirt. Alright, I guess I have to run to the grocery store today. We are in desperate need of eggs and bread. I'm going to make some cabbage soup. I have a cabbage that's going to go bad if I don't use it soon. Yeah. We haven't cooked a lot of meals. It's really like terrible to admit, right? But with everything that's been happening and the house stuff, we're just tired. It's been a lot of like quick meals, like throw some fish sticks in the oven or cut up some lettuce and make salads, or we're having cereal for dinner. Those kind of nights. So I need to try to cook something. I don't know what I'm actually cooking for dinner today, but I'm going to make soup. I know Hazel won't eat the soup. John and I will eat the soup, so I don't know what she's going to end up having, but I need to get some stuff from the grocery store because we're out of some essentials, I guess I should say. Yeah. Enough about our pantry life. Till tomorrow, maybe, with the next color. So I missed yesterday because it was just crazy. Today is the 23rd of October. It is Friday. I put 2 more rows on my Advent sock. So day 4 and day 5. Day 4 is a brown color, and it is called, the story was the premature burial, which is Poe's story that was written in 1844 and it focused on being buried alive. So I understand the color choice for this. And he had wrote this when being buried alive was a huge fear in America, I guess, just because it was in the media and they talked about people being buried alive. And so he wrote this story in like shock and awe and made people, you know, made people's fears even worse, I guess. And so then the fifth color, because I'll just tell you both and then I'll show you. The fifth color is a gold. This was another story. I didn't read so much about this one, but it was called The Gold Bug. And it was apparently a guy who finds this gold scarab, and he, a month later, is kind of going crazy, and he has his servant helping him try to find a treasure that was apparently buried. And this is one of the stories where Poe ended up putting, he was well known for doing ciphers, doing cryptology. Is that it? Where you are deciphering code, I guess. So he has a code actually in this story. So, and the gold bug references the gold color of this yarn. So let me just show you. There we go.
Oh, so there's some bad blood there. All right.
Ignore John, he's working. It's the middle of the workday. Yeah. I put a little bit more work though. Forgot to put a progress keeper on my cowl. So let me just show you guys where I'm at. I have 10 rows left and then the border, and that's very exciting. I'm loving this. It's gonna need a good block. I feel like I messed that up. Oh, I don't think that stitch is supposed to be there. I showed you a bad example. Did I do that one right? Well, I did that one right. Hey, you know what? In color work, you're gonna mess up a few times. It's just gonna happen. It's not super noticeable, so I'm not too worried about it. All the other ones are right. Yeah. And then we had a realtor come, and he was like, I want this up on the market, like, now. And I was like, what? He goes, get the bedrooms up where they're supposed to be, and let's do this. He's like, let's rock and roll. But I'm thinking, like, where we want to move, there are no houses right now that we're even slightly interested in. So then we'd have to have all these contingencies. Oh my God, I just don't know. I am so stressed out. Like, I want to say, like, so effing stressed out, because it's like, it's way over the top. So, yeah. The room that I used to be in, the purple room, is now tan again. And everything's shoved in the middle of the room because all of Hazel's toys were in there. That's going to end up being her bedroom. I have to do the trim, and then hopefully this weekend I'm going to have her up here. At least the beds. At least the beds, right? Her in there, us in here. Yeah. My phone keeps doing a weird focusing thing, and I don't like it. I hope it's not really distracting. See, I just did it again. Okay. So, there you guys go. Oh, man. Just crazy. Okay, it is late on Saturday, and usually the episode is already up by now, but we have some stuff to talk about. So, first, I did day 6 of my Advent Halloween yarn, and the story, the Poe story of this was called The Black Cat. And I'm not quite sure the reference, but I'm thinking it was probably the color of the cat's eyes, because it's a yellow-green color, and boom! There it is. Can't show you the yarn down here, because then it gives away the next color. So, these are looking really cool. Aren't they looking cool? You haven't even seen these, have you?
No.
They're a Halloween Advent sock. No. So each stripe is a different Poe story. So we can't show that, because then it gives away all the colors. And then the Azazel Cowl, y'all. It's not done, because John says it's not done until the ends are woven in.
True story.
But the knitting part is done. This is a pattern I've talked to from her name's Hayley. And she's one half of the WooliesPodcast. Boom.
It looks like a tube top.
It's not a tube top.
It looks like a tube top.
Boop, boop, boop.
Let me try it on as a tube top.
So I have to block it, and it'll look a lot better once it's blocked. You're not gonna try. It'll never stretch as a tube top. Sorry.
I feel like
it might cover one thigh.
Oh man. Okay, I just hiked today.
Oh, okay. So we gotta talk about that eventually, I guess, too, don't we? So let's talk about. We went to a trunk show for. Do you remember the yarn dyer's name?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Having a happy house
At Haynes' house.
At Haynes' house.
There we go. So they are a local Maryland dyer. And yeah, it's going to keep doing that, and I hate that. I don't know why it does that.
Just stop.
Okay.
Just stop.
Weird autofocusing. So we got to meet Terry and her husband Brian, and they were super awesome, and I'm really glad that we went, because I don't think I ever got a chance to meet them in person. We've probably been at shows they've vended at, but I guess, I don't know, there's usually so many people to buy from, it's hard to just talk to everyone. So it was nice to go to a trunk show and talk to them like one-on-one. So I, for my own personal stash, bought some yarn. I had looked at the colorways beforehand, and I knew I wanted this. This is on the family fingering, and it's 100% Pullworth yarn. And the color is the Woods. And that's really beautiful. It's not going to focus. It's really cool looking. So this, they had some shawls. They had samples knit up in their yarn. They did not have this colorway knit up, but they had a single skein shawl that I want to make this. So if I can remember, I'll pop in a picture somewhere of what that shawl looks like, and I think that's what this is going to be. And then they have their pie colorways, and you fell in love.
The blueberry pie.
The blueberry pie. He did not end up buying blueberry pie, but I did end up buying pumpkin pie, and these are going to be socks for myself, and it will micro stripe. And yeah, this is not on the same base. This is actually the bare feet sock, which is the 75-25 base.
And
I love it.
Fun fact, every single one of their yarns is named after one of their family's life experiences. So I'm guessing Emmanuel is one of their kids,
and that's
and
his
if
favorite
I had to guess,
pie.
it would be a son.
Well, they have 2 sons, I think, is what they said.
But Emmanuel's favorite pie apparently is pumpkin pie, which I would have to say
I know
would
what yours
probably
is. Can I
like
vote?
Emmanuel.
Can I vote what yours is? Or should we have people guess what yours is, and then we'll see if anybody
Nobody
guesses
gives
right?
a damn what kind of pie. I love all pies, man. But go ahead.
Go ahead and say what I think it is.
Yeah.
Mixed berry pie.
She's not wrong. Unless I have a sweet potato pie on a fork going into my mouth at that time.
You also like pecan pie, but it has to be a good...
I don't.
I thought you said you liked
No, you like pecan pie.
No, I don't really love pecan pie.
I don't hate pecan pie, but I don't go for pecan pie.
Mixed berry. I knew mixed berry was the answer.
Berry, man, pumpkin, sweet potato, French apple pie.
French apple?
Yeah.
With the raisins in it? I learned something new today.
Man, I just love pie. You know what pies are? I don't like meringue. I don't like chocolate pies.
Oh, I like lemon meringue pie.
Yeah.
Lemon
I don't
meringue.
like that.
All right, let's stop talking about pie.
But now I kind of want some pie.
Well, maybe I'll make some pie or something. Okay. So this is your thing, dude.
Yeah.
I hit 500 subscribers, and I think I talked about that in the podcast already.
Wait, this is my thing. So I don't feel like she was giving herself enough credit. So I mess around on this little podcast thing, and usually I think I usually make it worse most of the time. So
No, people love you.
There's a cat fight going on right behind the camera, and it's pretty awesome. So if I seem a little distracted, I do apologize. Get her. $2 on Mia. $2 on Mia. Put your money in where your mouth is.
Mia just looked over and she has white paint on her.
We've been doing a lot of painting. So anyways, back to business. So I don't feel like she was really giving enough credit to herself for reaching 500 followers. I got to thinking about that, and like I couldn't get 500 people to listen to me for 12 seconds, much less
3 years. It's
3
coming up on our
years
3-year
and
anniversary.
like I don't know how many episodes.
This is 68? No, 80. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I was about to say if it was 68, I want to be on the next one.
No, I think we're higher than that. I think it's like 87. I don't know. Now
So,
I don't know.
long story short, I wanted to put together a giveaway as a thank you from us to you.
It will be a YouTube giveaway, though.
A YouTube giveaway.
Because it's based on subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. So, I went out and procured some gifts. So I know at the beginning of every episode, I always hear my wife say something along the lines of, let's see if I can do it. Hi, my name is Aquila. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Or no, I live in Baltimore, Maryland with my wife and 2 kids. No,
and
the
cats. And
husband.
My husband, yeah.
Yeah, you're not a lesbian yet. You haven't. So I put out a little post on my Insta face the other day for some recommendations for Maryland yarn dyers. So I want to send a little bit of our home out to you folks. So I got a bunch of cool responses and found some cool stuff. So I found.
So this is all going to be one person wins all of this? Is this how you're doing it?
What's that? Yeah.
Or are you going to have like 4 winners?
No.
One person.
Yeah, one person, man.
This is huge, guys.
So,
I mean, really, this is huge.
This young lady is named, help us say away, ColorWae Fiber Arts. And this is a,
Color sock. It's a
colored sock.
And the colorway is called Patina.
It's called Patina. So it's got the greens and the little browns and everything that I like. So this is kind of like when you're driving through like the country parks, you get to see lots of cool little houses with like barns and stuff, and reminded me of that. So I got that for you. And then I almost got the same gosh darn thing, but once I saw this after I saw that, so I was like, oh, I got it. So this is a color combination that we are all too familiar with here. We live on the Chesapeake Bay, and this is a colorway called Chesapeake Sunset, and you will see this pretty much everywhere. It's basically the colors of a Maryland blue crab, because before they're cooked, once they're cooked, they're red. Of course. But before they're cooked, they've got the blues, a little bit of reds, some browns. And any kind of like little country store kind of place you go into, there's always going to be like some wooden like Maryland style thing that's going to be in these colors. It'll probably have a crab on it somewhere, because if you don't know, we've got crabs. We've tried to get rid of them.
Stop crinkling so much.
Yeah.
So this is Brediculous Yarns, which I've showed on my podcast before.
Earthquake.
So she is very local to us because she is one town over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's in the Big D.
Oh, okay. Did we just use
I don't like to say exactly where
crabs
we're from.
and the Big D in one description of this poor lady's yarn? She's gonna be like, thank you for the shout out, but no thank you. And then
you have one more thing coming, so you might as well say that and then show the last.
I do have one more thing coming. I think I want to keep that
for something else?
a secret.
Okay.
No, I could tell them.
I mean, it's...
So
Another local dyer,
there's
obviously.
a place called Neighborhood Fiber Company that is
Karida. Her name's Karida.
awesome. I've only been there once, and I wanted to go back for some dyeing classes,
yeah.
but then Corvid hit, and we've been just stuck doing nothing but working and no fun stuff. But I don't know about your family, and please don't make this a political thing, but they've got a special colorway called Michelle Obama, and
It's beautiful.
I personally am a huge fan of the Obamas. I hope you don't hate me for that, because I don't hate you if you're not, but the colorway is absolutely gorgeous, and my kid is...
belly dancing behind.
Yes. She learned that from me.
This is... Daddy's got to finish. So you need to go...
So there's that.
Give kisses and go away. Alright, now go away.
And I also fell in love with...
We don't have that yet, so that's coming.
I'm trying to do one thing, man. I've never done anything on this. You know what? I cannot work under these conditions. But I also fell in love with some of the nice wares that were hanging out at the trunk show today. So I ended up buying you this little bad boy. It is a specialty color.
It was a color made just for the Black Sheep Yarn Shop.
Yeah. So
which is in like Timon. Is that considered timonium? Timonium?
Isn't that what you put on floors?
Timonium, not linoleum.
Thinking about doing my kitchen in a nice timonium. But they, again, all of their yarns have a story that is special to their family. So this one is called Full Circle Parking Lot. So this yarn shop that we went to isn't the easiest to find, because you got to go into like some business parks and then all this stuff.
I mean, it's not hard to
find.
find.
They called it Full Circle Parking Lot because
they
had to turn around and all that stuff.
The first time they had went there a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the dopest thing. I was talking to Brian and told him what I had going on, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Why did you buy that? We could have done a yarn
support
for
your podcast."
And I'm like, no. The whole idea is I wanted to support Maryland folks and give something to her folks or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he is the other half of Haynes House Yarns, and
Uncle
he has
Uncle
Brian's bags, and he donated us this for the giveaway. So you are going to get 4 skeins of yarn from all Maryland dyers, and I'm going to throw in some other Baltimore things. Spoiler alert, it is not heroin or murder. I'm not sending you any murder or heroin. Don't ask again.
Only because it's a big running thing that Baltimore is the murder heroin capital of the country.
Yeah.
Baltimore's not that bad.
I'm gonna throw in some other little Marylandy things for you. So
stuff that's made.
She makes the rules on who wins. But the one thing I would ask, you don't have to, whatever, man. I would like to see what you make. No, I did not get a bunch of colors that work together to make one beautiful project, so I might be getting tagged in multiple things, but I would love to see what you make out of them, because I love this community. I love artists such as yourself, and I mean, I'm not a knitter or whatever, but I dig the hell out of what you guys do. So yeah, that's it.
He's an enabler. So below this episode's video, you need to comment, and the prompt is something that has made you laugh from this podcast.
Okay.
From any episode, whether it's been 3 years ago or last week. So, that is your prompt to enter for the giveaway, and we will pull it on 2 weeks from now. So, before we post the next video, is that how it is?
You tell me, man.
Not the next video.
I can see her brain
The
actually
video,
working.
the video after that. I will put better details down below of when you have to comment before. So you have to be a subscriber. It would be nice if you also subscribed to my Ravelry, my Instagram. That would be nice, but you don't have to because this is a YouTube giveaway, and we will draw a name, and you'll win.
Well, maybe not you, but possibly you.
Oh my god.
So.
All right. So, are we talking life stuff?
I don't know.
Oh my god, you are gonna like. We've looked at houses.
We are starting the process of looking at houses.
He saw one picture of one house and fell flat on his face in love with this house.
I'm so upset.
Where's your phone? Just show him the picture of it. Where's your phone? And it totally is us. But there are ups and downs to it, just like every house. But we have not seen the inside yet, and I fear it's going to be small. A lot of real... There it is.
Uh-oh. It's turquoise.
It's beautiful. Do not get me wrong.
But you want to see the back of it? What? I'm gonna be naked in the pool so much. It's gonna be crazy. But dude, before she is a naysayer, the best school ratings I've seen anywhere around here, they're like 8s out of 10s. Close
and that's
to
a plus, yes.
all kinds of stuff. In the woods, the CNO... No, the
NCR
trail backs up to the neighborhood. So we're literally walking distance from a 36-mile walking trail.
The little clip that I put at the end will be of us walking on the NCR trail. Just if you want to know. It's called the Northern Central Railroad Trail. Okay? Hot air balloon.
The Gunpowder River, where we go playing and stuff, take the kid playing and not really swimming, but you can go tubing. You can go, you can buy a stand-up paddleboard if you wanted to. You could, what else could you do? You could, man, we're like in the woods, but we're still close.
The weird thing about, what year was the house built?
1877.
Okay.
No red flags there.
Thing about this house, so we go to look at the neighborhood because we were curious, and we pull on this weird road that goes at a weird angle, and every house looks like this house structurally, like this old farmhouse folk style, and they're all like navy blue and purple shutters, or
bright
green
pink doors,
and pink.
Green shutters. Like, if anything screamed out, like, these could be
our
like,
people.
Oh my god, we've got like the first house. I already know. I haven't seen them. I haven't met them. I have no idea what they look like. All I know is we're gonna be best friends forever if we buy this house, because I want to be pals. I imagine nights of Uno with stacks. Even though Uno came out and officially said can't stick a draw 2 on a draw 2. Sorry, Uno.
Okay, who puts draw 2s on draw 2s?
Yeah,
we do.
That's the rules, man. If you ain't drawing 16 and wanting to rage quit, then what fun is Uno? Thank you for the cards, Uno, but we've got it from here. You're wrong.
Your rules are wrong. No rules for you.
I know. The only time that you don't really play stacks is when you're teaching a 3-year-old how to play Uno. But by the time they're 3.5 and they've got like 6 or 7 hands under their belt, draw 36. That's all I got to say. Okay, sorry for the rant. You don't normally get that angry.
All right, so we're looking at houses. This house is going to be pretty much ready in another week, probably-ish, to put on the market.
We should be on the market by not next. By the time this... Why do you always get the best of me? Oh, sorry. We should be... By the time we do the giveaway, we might be homeless. Somebody else could own where we're sitting right now.
No. it doesn't go under contract and be signed that fast. It's just not. It doesn't happen like that.
I wonder if we're...
Oh, that's on my camera. That's not on the wall.
Oh, that's
that was freaking me out.
Good content right there.
You can't see anything there. Even though I'm pointing to something, it's on my screen.
People are going to think you are absolutely... They probably do.
That's why I have 500 subscribers.
Yeah. But dude, thank you guys. Thanks for putting up with me. Thank you for supporting my wife. I like her. She smells like patchouli most of the time. You can't really tell that from
Smell-o-vision.
If you ever wanted to know what my wife usually smells like, it's like deep
patchouli and sheep.
Patchouli and an essence of sheep. We heard a rooster, like a real live rooster, when we were looking at the outside of the house. We didn't even get to look at it on the inside with the realtor yet. We just creeped the neighborhood.
We went to go see another house that we really, really liked. And you liked it too. It was on a lot of property, and it was in our price range. 2
acres. We could have goats and sheep and such.
We could have chickens, and it was the first day on the market, and there were 20 cars at least of
we
people.
We couldn't even get in to see
to
the
go
open
look
house,
at the house. Yeah, it was insane. It was insane.
Uncle Brian knows how to make stuff fancy. Oh my God, that just happened.
All right, I
can't believe he gave me this bag.
That was very
us
nice.
This bag. That's the kindest thing that any man has ever done before.
If you've not checked out their yarn, she also does a superhero line that is not based on like family names, but they do a superhero yarn, and you can find them at Haynes House Yarns on Instagram. I will make sure I put all the information down below, like
FaceSpace. Or
they
Etsy.
have. Well,
and they have a .com. So they have all the things, all the forms.
They also have a podcast.
I didn't hear about that. Did I?
I didn't know they had a podcast until I was digging deeper in their Instagram and I saw it. So I will definitely be subscribing to that.
If you win. So thank you for supporting us. Thank you for supporting Maryland.
It's been a long episode. People have to get to the end of it. They have to watch all of it to even find the giveaway.
Most of them probably turned it off before we even started.
Oh yeah, they were done like 5 minutes ago.
All right, dude.
All right, until next time.
Knit happy.
Knit happy.
Oh, you were supposed to say something else.
I say knit happy. Bye.